Okay, Luna, what do you think? You gotta go potty? Come on, let's go. Let's go out there and go potty. Come on. Oh, this thing is gonna be a little problem in seeing it. Come on, quick. All right, so let's see what I get. Well, that's better. Holy crap, this is now heavy. I need a bigger. Ah, dang, that's heavy. Got to move out. I got some urine situations. They had a puppy. I can tell. So I'm going to show you how to use either our P-Lime-Zyme or our P-Zyme with Eucalyptus Mint for pet treatments. So I've got the PP5000 UV light. Can you tell they maybe had a puppy? I think it was a bigger dog. So anyway, I found, you can see in that light, I can even dial it down back and forth a little bit, but there's some in here. So now we're going to just use the probe here, the moisture detector. Yep, and we've got a little bit there down to the pad. A lot of the ones I've tested throughout the home here though aren't as bad, so it isn't too severe, but there is some piddle on top of surfaces and stuff, and I'm going to have to go get a rake, I think, to start with, and good golly. Yeah, and I had to move that big sectional too. Welcome to it. I'm the guy with the bad knee. All right, so I'm gonna go gather up all of this stuff, and I usually don't vacuum really bad urine situations. This isn't too bad, and I know what areas to avoid with the vacuum. I have two products that are bacteria enzyme products with an odor destroyer that are compatible with this bacteria. We have a really popular P-Lime-Zyme with a lime citron odor destroyer in the bacteria enzyme. We also have our newest P-Zyme with a Eucalyptus Mint odor destroyer. That's what I'm going to be using and applying with today. I have it in here. You just take this whole container and you dump it in there pure. No watering down, just pure. The reason for it is because in this here tube and pickup here, I have the yellow tip out of there. So that block, here's one that I have right here. Same thing, sitting right there. Sitting right there. Here's the yellow tip in it. That yellow tip is stock. That sets you at 8-to-1, 9-to-1, depends which kind of unit and what they're telling you. That yellow tip just unscrews. I take it out. To get that out though, you have to take that tube off. Take that tube off, pull it off, then you can unscrew that yellow tip. See that? Sits right there again. What that does, this tip restricts the flow. So it cuts it down to an 8. Anyway, what we're doing is we just open up that orifice. There's my phone. It always happens in a YouTube video. Larger hole, larger situation. It's going to draw out now at 4-to-1. So every one of these quarts in here is going to give you essentially a gallon. I know, don't get totally technically geeky on me, those of you that it's going to do like 5 and whatever. Yeah, I know. But for simple terms, think of it that way. So this here, I'm going to apply now yellow tip out, pure, and it's going to drain this container faster because it's a bigger hole. It's going to pull it out twice as fast as what it normally would with that in there. Doing this all up front, just in case you skip ahead in the video. Because this is a bacteria enzyme, I want my heat down right about the 120 to 160 range. So to do that on a Butler, and you might have different options on your truck mount or in your portable, keep your heat down, I'm turning my heat halfway down. That's going to adjust, I know, my Butler where it's going to be. Then I'm going to shut off the chemical injection, which is this yellow knob on the Butler. You shut it off. You want no other chemistry involved when you are applying any of the Zyme products. So again, that's what we're doing. Then after you're done applying it, you can turn that back up full force, turn that chemical injection back on. The important part is 30 minutes dwell time at least. Don't just apply it and let it go. Sometimes that's all you need to apply though to clean carpets. If you need to put down another pre-spray, put it down later after your 30 minutes or more dwell time. Did you hear that? Or more dwell time. All right, so I'm trying to make this very specific. Don't fall on me yet today. I've only done not even half the room, and that's where I'm at already. That's just this one room. So getting that out is going to help the product work better because it's less soil it's going to be absorbed into. Now more of the carpet fibers. See that whited out spot? That's color loss for sure. And it's loaded. Somebody decided that baking soda or baking powder, some type of powdered freshening carpet thingamajiggy was a good idea. It's not. It's a pretty bad idea. Very difficult to remove and not a great product. Look at that. Yeah, and it did that to the carpet. Well, there it is. That's this one room. It's looking better. Again, that's a lot of debris and material that will absorb your product. So I don't do vacuuming in bad urine situations because I don't want to contaminate the vacuum, but in this case it wasn't so bad. So let's get treating it now with the P-Zyme. All right, we're gonna apply this product down, again at the 4:1 setting in our Hydroforce or our inline sprayer. Mine's a multi-sprayer brand. Every ounce, every 1 ounce in here has 1 billion, 1.5 billion enzymatic material. That's with 1.5 billion with the B. Enzymatic material per ounce. So 1.5 billion enzymatic material per ounce. That's a lot. And then as we are warming it up, coming out of the Hydroforce in a warm setting, it incubates more. And what it does, it's gonna go out and digest and consume the problem spots, and it's gonna secrete more enzymatic material that are just gonna keep doubling and tripling over the next 30 minutes or so, and just go out and keep having a little party and consume all that. Let's get busy. So I'm gonna saturate this particularly. Little spot there that needs more attention to try to get down into the pad. You can even give it a little squash if you had to. But I'm gonna treat the whole entire home because there's a little bit of dribbling in a lot of places. Not as much penetration of the pad and stuff in places, but we do have a lot of that. So some of this here, those stains could be permanent, could be from some wood, but you get it in there. This here isn't as bad of an area, but if I get into something like over here, I'm saturating because I'm trying to chase down that urine. That's what I'm doing. This area here I know was a little lighter, had some surface stuff. Well, we'll give that bacteria time to go out and party. Ooh, here's some more. Look here. If these stains don't come out, could be because the dog was on maybe a medicine or the homeowner has tried something, which I wouldn't doubt today the homeowner tried something. So we would treat after its dwell time and cleaning if it didn't come out with maybe even our OdorOxy or our Harvard chemicals, just like magic. I'll show you that if it doesn't come out. We might have 1 or 2 spots we have to treat. It can even take out soils like that. I still have a feeling though I'm going to use some 10 below today, just on the top surface. I don't know, I could be wrong totally. Maybe it's going to just do fine and I don't need to. 10 below I'm going to choose because it can remove odors without the use of a perfume. It can also just help to remove if there's any residual odor. Nice little touch, give it a little 1-2 punch. A little heavier here. No, there was another spot, kind of the corner of the couch area and closer to an exit door. There it is, soaking and marinating, you could say. I'm gonna give it its 30 minutes, and in the meantime, unfortunately, I don't have another area in this house that I can just go cleaning. So I'm gonna go returning a bunch of calls. I think I have like 3 phone calls returned to you carpet cleaners out there. I went through all that container too, so 4, almost 5 quarts, and charge accordingly. Shut it off a little early, but now I'm gonna make sure I turn my heat back on. Did you see that switch? There, I went from there to there. So that shuts off any cold water getting in, and I'm going to turn my chemical injection back on, which is the little yellow knob there on the Butler. I am going to go over it with a pre-spray now 30 minutes later, and this is our 10 below. So the tip is out, remember that? So now every one of these marks here, these quart lines, gets a scoop. If that tip, you decide it's stock, you leave it in, you would then give 2 scoops per line, okay? I know it's hard for some of you to understand, I know, but remember, it's going to draw it out faster. A bigger open can, tube and airway to come out. I'm gonna go with 3 quarts today. So I just need to go 3 scoops. If you don't have the tip out, you need to double it. That would be 6, okay? 6, got it? Double, 2 times 3, I think it still means 6, I don't know, who knows today. All right, hot water convenience for the Butler, so I can get water warm to hot water. Go into that 3-quart line, carefully open that up so I don't get hit with hot spray, and get it to 3 quarts. You know the routine. That's how you mix up your chemicals. Get her mixing. Well, there, I just talked about 5 carpet cleaners. So remember I told you, if you see this YouTube video, I was talking to you guys, the little trailer house one, that's the one I'm on today. I clean high end. I biffed my chin too, dang it. Okay, so here's some 10 below. This is actually looking pretty darn good. I'm just gonna still give it a little extra shot. Well, let me turn that on. I'm gonna give it a little extra shot. Did I tell you that? Just buzz over it. That's all I do. Doesn't have to be a lot of product. Just gonna give a little more alkalinity, a little more cleanability. 9.5 pH, where our other product, of course, is on the neutral side. And so I'm hooked up over there. But I'll get busy here. Okay, this 10 below is 9.5 pH, has a pretty nice cleanability to it, and again, can eliminate the odors without the use of perfumes. It is odorless, but it just makes a nice fresh smell in here. We're gonna give it a little more alkalinity, a little more cleanability, go after this here soils. Well, I'm prepared for any remaining spots or spills. Now, peroxide can kill the enzyme, so you're only gonna miss the tips of the carpet if you have to. I like my OdorOxy, I'm going to put that in a container too, that I can mist on because it also has the mango side. It's a unique peroxide stable side with mango burst sensation scent that I'll use that in some areas just to give it a little boost. But again, it can kill the enzyme, so you just want to mist the tips. This room is not as bad, so I decided to start back here, and again, allowing my enzyme just to keep working. Ooh, that was some good stuff. Oh, there's some good eating. Anyway, yeah. And there's one of those yellow spots that if it doesn't come out, we can treat with our peroxide products. I'm gonna go with the OdorOxy. Yep, that's what we're gonna have to do. Wow, that's punching some soils out of there. I didn't know it was that soiled. That's nice to see. Oh yeah, baby. All right, let me go get some OdorOxy for that little stain there. Have my OdorOxy transferred into that bottle there, and then later, if I don't use it, I transfer it back to the bottle to help it stay more active. And that's all you need to do. And that, sometimes it can take it out right away, and sometimes it needs hours to take it away. Over there was a spot that I rinsed out extra heavy. You could also water clot an area of concern that's maybe heavily impacted, and I even do some treatment and rinsing again, but it's just always a game time decision. So I felt comfortable with what I'm doing over there for this time being. All right, here's an area that is not rinsing out, and so that's some type of staining. Again, I can use the Just Like Magic or the OdorOxy. I have the OdorOxy Convenient, and then dealing with some urine issues, so who knows what all that is, and the OdorOxy is going to be my choice again. Once I'm done rinsing, I spray it on and I walk away. That actually rinsed out pretty good, but there's a little hint, and again, I'm just misting onto the tops, the tips, so I'm not destroying any enzyme I've got down lower. And then you can groom that in or brush it in, and that'll help get it even more active. Doing pretty good in this room. I have this little spot here, so let's see if we can just rinse this out, or if it's something I gotta address with a spotter. And it's breaking loose. So I'll feel pretty comfortable rinsing that out, finalizing it. Looking better, we'll get her groomed up. We'll get to the last room and get her done. P-Zyme did a darn good job, actually. There's a few little spots up there I've got treated with the OdorOxy, and I have just a little bit left in here. Screen door out there making noise. I'm hitting this a little harder. In a pathway, and there's a little more piddle in this area there was. Of course, the pup probably wanting to get out, and nobody there to let him out, or her. And they proceed to have to go. And when you gotta go right now. I understand. All right, let's get it groomed up. Let's get on out of here. All right, everybody, let me just say thank you for being here watching. Hope this turns out good. I gotta wrap this up because it's starting to rain. I'm not that sweet, I'm gonna melt. But just remember, warm water only, no other chemistry, 1 part of the P-Lime-Zyme or P-Zyme to 4 parts of warm water. Don't overheat. Dwell time. Dwell time's your friend. 30 minutes or more. Thank you again. Give out a like, subscribe to the channel if you would. Hope you can enjoy it. Share if you would as well. See you in the next one. I'm gonna melt.